Rupert Murdoch's long-term succession plan looks like it's being rolled out. The expectation is next week the 84-year-old will stand down from being the chief executive of the global entertainment empire 21st Century Fox and hand the reins to his son James. But Murdoch Sr. isn't going into retirement just yet. He's expected to share the role of executive chairman with his other son Lachlan, who's been living in Australia. It's an intriguing development for the family. James was tainted by the UK phone hacking scandal and Lachlan quit his job at News Corp 9 years ago after reported clashes with other executives. Adam Harvey reports.
And a bit of breaking business news now in our parent company, 21st Century Fox. Rupert Murdoch has just announced he's giving the CEO position to his son, James Murdoch. What a legacy in that family for the Murdochs.
Absolutely.
Wow.
This is a matter of succession. News Corporation's been working on it for some time now. It is a well-thought-out long-term succession plan, according to a company source.
This is big news, and not just on the television networks owned by Rupert Murdoch.
Just in the past couple of minutes, we learned that he is stepping down from his chairmanship of two of the biggest media companies in the world, 21st Century Fox and News Corporation.
Is the long reign of Rupert Murdoch finally coming to an end?
Well, it could be, Angie. It certainly appears to be edging a little closer.
But I do think that now he has recognised that it's an appropriate time for the sons to step forward. Now, James is going to step up as CEO of 21st Century Fox, but Rupert will still be there. He'll still be an executive chairman of both companies.
When I was young, when I was very young, I think I was fairly much of a rebel, and I had very idealistic about everything. I only hope that I haven't lost it all now.
He inherited an Adelaide newspaper and built a print media empire that stretched from Fleet Street to Wall Street.
We believe passionately in the future of the newspaper industry.
The New York Post and Fox News made him as powerful in America as he was in Britain.
Rupert has a special talent for pulling in politicians to his private party.
He has media in 3 continents, and Labor leaders like to proselytise about the things they're doing. So we're proud of what we're doing.
So has the Labor government become too pally with Rupert Murdoch?
And for decades, he's been grooming his children to take over.
On this immensely important day, Rupert was not alone. His eldest son Lachlan arrived hand in hand with his American fiancée. Rupert's second son James, holding his niece's baby seat, is on summer break from Harvard University. What's going to happen to News Corporation when you die, Mr. Murdoch?
Do a lot better.
I think this is a process that's been going on for a long period of time. James and Lachlan both assumed very senior roles in the business 18 months, 2 years ago. And I think it's a continuation of that process. And if these rumours prove to be correct, I think it's very exciting.
The Murdoch boys have had mixed business success.
My father's remarkable in what he's achieved. I think I'll work as hard as I can to do as much as I can.
Lachlan's Wantel venture with James Packer was a $350 million disaster.
I'm just here to answer these questions honestly and openly. And
the success of his Nova radio network has helped repair the damage. James Murdoch had a better start.
James is smart. He gets it right from the early days of digital. They were saying, "Oh, James gets it," and you know he's been an entrepreneur, and he's done exceedingly well from a very young age.
He's been more controversial lately.
Is this creationism good for investment? No. A heavily regulated environment with a large public sector crowds out the opportunity for profit. The land grab is spearheaded by the BBC. The scale and scope of its current activities and future ambitions is chilling.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. And first of all, I would like to say as well just how sorry I am and how sorry we are.
He was tainted by News Corporation's darkest hour, the UK phone tapping scandal.
I feel regret. Clearly, the practices of certain individuals did not live up to the standards and quality of journalism that we believe in and that I believe in, and that this company believes in.
It shook James at the time. I think I saw him in London about the time that it was happening, but he's moved on from it. It's a big world, many things happen. That's in the past.
This is the most humble day of my career, and all that has happened, I know we needed to be here today.
The hacking scandal will tarnish Rupert's reputation when it's all said and done. It can't be forgotten. I think James will share in that, but perhaps a little unfairly, because James didn't create it. James wasn't there when it was happening.
Are you surprised that it's been James that's been elevated to the top position rather than Lachlan?
Oh, I don't know how you determine that, because one is chair and one is CEO, and they both have different roles. So I think they're very complementary together. And as siblings, they'll work well together, and I think that will be good for the organisation.
The Murdoch missing from today's news is the one often described as the brightest, Elizabeth.
You know, as a family, they're incredible, competitive as they are, particularly Elizabeth, who I met much earlier on. I'd say is the most competitive of all, but amazing as a family might be, I think it came out of Dame Elizabeth. They love each other, but they would fight with each other. I'd imagine they'd accept it. If that's what Dad wants, that's what will happen.
For 60 years, Rupert Murdoch has spoken mostly through his headlines. But lately, his enthusiastic embrace of social media has given him a new outlet, and the rest of us an insight into the world's most powerful media mogul.
I guess some would say that I've been a disruptive influence at times, but I will take that as a compliment, even if it wasn't intended that way.
Rupert Murdoch will never hand over full control to anybody, I'm sure. I remember his mum, and she had all her marbles right to the end. And if he can be there and he can be an influence, media people are about only two things, money and power. And I think Rupert Murdoch likes both.